Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Institutions Innovation Council lecture series. So, the webinar will start in another 5 minutes. Hello, sir. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Principal, sir. Good morning, Director, sir. Dr. Mallikarjun Babu, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Girish. Good morning, Principal Sir and all the distinguished.
2 minutes, the guest will be joining. Just 2 minutes, sir. And once the guest joins, we'll start with the program. Good morning, sir. Principal, sir.
Good morning. Good morning, Girish.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Dr. Girish. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, everyone. Our today's chief guest has joined, so we will start the webinar. In 1 minute, exactly at 10:30, we will be starting. Live streamed on YouTube. The same link will be shared in the WhatsApp group of the participants. So as of now, around 140 students have joined. Students and faculty members have joined. Okay, sir. So I request all the participants to mute their audio and video during the session. And once the session is completed, towards the end, we have exclusive time reserved for the question and answers discussion. At that time, the students can unmute themselves and ask the queries to the resource person. So, pranams to the Almighty. By the grace of God, hope that everyone is safe and healthy. So, salutations to the God. I take this opportunity to welcome all the people who are directly or indirectly involved in organizing this webinar. So this is the first webinar of Institutions Innovation Council AMCEC under Impact Lectures. Learning is a continuous process. So enhancing knowledge, minimum requirement for students and also the teaching fraternity. I take this opportunity to welcome the management of AMCEC, our beloved chairman, Dr. K.R. Paramahamsa sir, Vice Chairperson Geeta Madam, President Ashika Kalluri Madam, and Executive Vice President Rahul Kalluri sir in their absentia. I wholeheartedly welcome our Director, Dr. Mallikarjun Babu sir, for this webinar. And I also welcome our beloved Principal, Dr. A.G. Nataraj sir, for this webinar. So I welcome today's chief guest, Dr. M.G. Anand Prasad, who is serving as the CEO of Atal Incubation Center, Jyoti Institute of Technology and Foundation. I welcome my fellow colleagues, all the HODs of various departments of AMC Engineering College, the whole teaching fraternity, and most valuable welcome to the faculty members and the students who are attending this seminar. I hope that through this seminar, knowledge will be enhanced and the various opportunities available, especially who wish to be entrepreneurs, will be the outcome of this seminar. So with this welcome note, I request our beloved principal to give a brief introduction of our college, AMC Engineering College. Over to our beloved principal, sir, Dr. A.G. Natran, sir.
Hello, Namaskara. Good morning to one and all who are attending this event. At the outset, I wish to thank the resource persons of today's function, Dr. M.G. Anantaprasad, CEO, Atal Incubation Center, JITF, for accepting our invitation in a very short notice. We will be delivering his expertise in this event. And just few minutes to say about my institution. Our institution, AMC Engineering College, was established in the year 1999. We are stepping into 23rd year of our progress. This was established by AMC Group, our chairman, Dr. K.R. Paramahamsa, our vice chairperson, Srimati Geeta Paramahamsa, our executive vice president, Srimati Monica Kalluri, and executive vice president, Mr. Rahul Kalluri. Our engineering college, AMC is located on Bannerghatta Road, very close to Bannerghatta National Park, in a lush green area of 52 acres with a fantastic infrastructure. Our AMC Engineering College offers 9 undergraduate programs leading to BE under VTU, namely civil engineering, mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, electronics and communication engineering, computer science and engineering, information sciences and engineering, mechatronics, and from this year, we are starting 2 more branches, artificial intelligence and machine learning and aeronautical engineering. Our college also offers 6 MTech programs in engineering and along with MBA and MC. We have a very good infrastructure. We have state-of-the-art laboratories. We have research centers in all the departments leading to PhD. Our library is one of the best libraries in the city. We have more than 20,000 titles and 90,000 volumes. Our library is well equipped with e-library also, wherein students can log in from their homes and look into lakhs and lakhs of volumes of books in e-library. Our college has got accredited twice by National Board of Accreditation and also from NAAC. We have our students, got around 52 ranks in VTU. Our institution is affiliated to Visvesvaraya Technological University, Belagavi, and also recognized by AICTE. The greatest strength of our institution is our 250 teaching fraternity. More than 60 of them are having their doctorates. Even in this pandemic period, if we take last 3 years into consideration, our research centers and our staff members, our teachers have presented more than 1,000 presentations in various national and international seminars and conferences. So students participated in various competitions and they have got laurels to our institutions in national level competitions. We have facilities for extracurricular activities, sports, and NSS. Also, we have a very good cultural center in our institution, which encourages our students to exhibit their talents in cultural activities also. All these we could do because of the constant support from the management, and I thank the management for giving this constant support, and also our director, Mr. Mallikarjuna Babu, who stands there always and advises us to move ahead. I congratulate Dr. Girisha and his team for organizing this webinar at a very short time. I also once again thank the resource person for accepting our invitation. Over to you, Girish. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So I request Professor Madhu Mohan to give a brief introduction of Institutions Innovation Council. Over to Madhu Mohan.
Screen sharing, sir. Screen sharing.
You can share.
Host disabled.
Okay, I've done it. I've done it. You can share. You can share.
Good morning, one and all. So I'm here to talk about IIC. IIC is Institutions Innovation Cell, Institution Innovation Council. So myself, Madhu Mohan, HOD DIR. So India is renowned for its innovations and contributions towards the betterment of the world. So right from zero till Shushruta, we have contributed a lot till date. So all were possible because of the innovative thinking of Indians. So about IISc, if I have to tell, I'll start with a note where Kautilya says, Unnata Dishtyoga Maulyanusare Shreshtaha. So this is something relevant to this. For any successful human being, there are three things which are important. One is goal or aim or projecting himself in near future. So which can be related to vision. So systematic plan and work towards goal, that is mission. Evaluation of the outcomes and visualize future aim. So this is something which is very important and we generally apply in our daily life. So MOE, that is Ministry of Education, is working towards the same. So NISP, that is National Innovation and Startup Policy, is vision. IIC, Institutions Innovation Council, which is mission. ARIA, that is Atal Ranking, is evaluation. So having been said, IIC it was established in 2018 by Ministry of Education through MOE's Innovation Cell in association with AICTE. The main aim of this IIC is to nurture culture of innovation and startup ecosystem. This basically helps faculties and students to think in the lines of identification of need statement, how to solve those problems, design thinking, project handling, generation of POC, and converting that proof of concept to prototype to IPR and commercialization. This is what we'll be stressing in today's session. And all of these will be done and executed at pre-incubation, incubation, and acceleration phase of the whole process. So ultimately, the aim of AIC is innovation has to reach the end user who's really in need of that particular innovation. So I thank everyone, management, and everyone to be a part of this. I'm glad to be a part of IIC. It is such a responsible unit in transformation of education. So thank you. Over to Girish, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, Madhu Mohan, for a brief introduction. So I request our beloved director, sir, Dr. Mallikarjun Babu, to say a few words about this seminar before starting the seminar.
Ellargu namaskaram.
Welcome.
Good morning. Thank you, Girish, for this nice opportunity for me. And at the outset, on behalf of our benign management, staff, students, and distinguished participants, I take the privilege to once again welcome Dr. M.G. Anantaprasad sir for this important webinar and a maiden activity of AMCEC IIC. So having said that, today we'll be exposing into knowing more about how do we convert a prototype into a startup. So this is a kind where we have to imbibe the kind of ability for the students to think beyond and have an imagination powers where student formative stages he or she builds those kind of thinking beyond and then giving a shape to their ideas and generating a lot of innovations. So as it said, catch them young. So the institution's innovation cell really identify the talented lot and then nurture them very periodically. So right from the beginning, right from the first year onwards, we are promising going ahead. And as far as AMC is concerned, as principal sir have given a very detailed outlook of AMC, what I would like to say is this institution has a unique department which is named as Department of Interdisciplinary Research. So that hones, right? So as National Education Policy 2020 talks about the holistic education does really come in where student skills or competencies are converted into a tangible outcome. They would be able to demonstrate comfortably what they have learned. That means to say their ability, their cognitive ability is converted into a skill, converted into a tangible outcome. This is what we are trying to see and move ahead. And as I think this is a pandemic, so I wish that all of you are, I hope that all of you are doing good and all your families are safe and healthy, right? But otherwise, offline webinar, I would prefer to showcase what we have done as far as the IIC's contribution, right? In terms of our creative labs, what we have done under Department of Interdisciplinary Research, a lot of prototypes have been generated, and we are proudly looking forward that the Department of Interdisciplinary Research really release one or two products. And I also commend the efforts of the institution's innovation cell, right, for having taken about all these initiatives and starting activities. And I also thank Dr. M.G. Anant Prasad for accepting our invitation and accepting to deliver his enlightened speech on converting prototype to a startup. So hope this webinar is going to open your thought process and take it on to further lines. So with that, I thank you all once again and thank the organizers for giving this opportunity. Over to you, Girish.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much for your words, sir. So just I take around 2 minutes to introduce today's chief guest, Dr. Anant Prasad. He holds a PhD in mechanical engineering from Visvesvaraya Technological University with a specialization of product design and engineering. So he has served in various capacities at different institutions and has mentored several students, faculties, and also entrepreneurs for over a period of around 2 decades. So as an academician, researcher, and innovator, he was instrumental in setting up of several entrepreneurship development cells, conducting training programs, and handholding budding business enthusiasts. In addition, he has executed various research projects, published research papers in journals of high repute, and has supervised more than half a dozen of PhD students. So his dynamic personality, his zeal to achieve new milestones, and drive for entrepreneurial leadership has helped him scale up a ladder easily within a short span of time. So he is well networked with industries, investors, and also institutions, and is the most preferred person in the field of placement, academia, as well as entrepreneurship. So he is also a recipient of prestigious Commonwealth Professional Fellowship and underwent an advanced entrepreneurial and leadership training at Loughborough University, UK. So with his decision-making abilities and also commercial mindset, he was the ideal candidate to be chosen to lead the Atal Incubation Center, Jyoti Institute of Technology Foundation as its CEO, where he is currently working as CEO. Okay, so with this small background introduction, so I hand over the stage to Dr. M.G. Anant Prasad. Sir, you kindly start with the webinar. As mentioned earlier, learning is a continuous process, especially the professional students and also the teaching fraternity need to update anytime. So this may be a little bit of knowledge which goes into the students as such. Okay, sir, over to Dr. M.G. Anant Prasad. Sir, you can start the presentation. So I welcome Dr. Shankar, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you for your presence. HOD Civil AMC Engineering College. Thank you, sir. We will start with the presentation.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Girish. As mentioned by the director, I usually prefer the offline programs, but there is no choice. And very funny thing about the online program or a webinar, on the participant side, we don't know whether really they are sitting in the Sukhasana, Shirasasana, or Shavasana. So that is a major problem on the other side. And this side, the faculty or a resource person who is taking the class, he is always in Dukkasana. I don't know whether he's reaching to the participants or not, that I don't know. So this is the problem, but there is no choice in the pandemic situation. Everybody should be safe. So this is the only choice what we have. With this, thanks to the entire team of AMC College of Engineering for inviting me to share my little knowledge in this platform. So I'll switch off the video because of the network issue. And so I'll share my screen as well now.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
My screen is visible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible.
Okay, the first question is why this workshop? Everybody knows under the institution innovation cell, as per the government of India mandate, it is mandatory that every institution should conduct this kind of a workshop. So this is already highlighted by Mr. Madhu. So basically to promote innovation, creativity, and creating an entrepreneurship ecosystem in the campus. So it's a mandatory activity as per the government of India. And coming to the small questions to the students, we will start with the placement, then I will switch over to the entrepreneurship. So any participants, can you please give me an answer for this particular question? If somebody asks you, or a recruiter, I should say, why they should give you a job, and what will be your convincing answer? Please, some of you can unmute and give me the answer for this question. Why they should give you a job in their company? That is why I told on the other side of the participants, we don't know what is their position. And here it is always a Dukkasana for me. Please, anyone, can you please unmute? Say, for example, if the recruiter or any employer comes to you and come to you and ask you the question, why they should give you a job?
Hello, sir. Good morning. It's Sir from Machine Design MTech from the department. I would convince by saying I'm the eligible person for the job and I'm qualified. And I beat most of the competition with respect to my extracurricular skills. So I'm the right person for the job.
Okay, good. Any other additional answers from any other participants?
Hello, sir. I'm Giridhar from electrical department. So for this particular question, my answer will be that the company will provide me a good platform where I can show my skills and help the company and the institute with good opportunities. And that's it. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Any other answers? Any other convincing answers? Okay. Anyway,
Hello,
later
sir.
Please tell me.
From
Please tell me.
mathematical branch. So this we can convince them by saying that even it will be helpful for us as we have studied so much and we are eligible for doing this, and we can do some teamwork and grow new ideas.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. Good morning. Good morning, sir. This is Saval Sen from mechanical branch.
Okay.
Sir, I would convince them by answering like, being a fresher, I am looking for a platform where I can utilize my knowledge and skills for the development of organization and concurrently upgrading my skills.
Okay. Anyway, later again we'll come back to this question. In fact, the vision of the government is to make India as a Vishwa Guru. are the world leader. And without the people like you, young minds, your support, we cannot achieve this particular aim. Okay, so in the last year, when the pandemic started during January or February 2020, anybody, can you please tell me whether do we have COVID testing kits at that time when this has started?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Now we have a sufficient kits at the country, and maybe in months' time, these testing kits are also available in the medical store, like a regular medicine or a BP, machine, or some kind of, like this machine. You will get it in the medical stores, and anybody can take it to home and they can test it and they can generate a report. So that is the kind of invention has done, discovery has done from last 1 year. And when this has started, there were no sufficient PPE kits or antifungal, antibacterial or antiviral masks sufficient. And there were no ventilators, there were only sophisticated ventilators, not the low-cost ventilators. And now, very recently, we had a problem of oxygen generator or a concentrator. Now we have a sufficient, thing. So this invention has happened. Anybody, can you please tell me how this invention has happened? From, starting from the testing kits to the oxygen generator or a concentrator. How this has happened in India in a very short span of time?
So Jitin here, sir, from mechanical department. So this is adapting to the necessities.
Adapting to the necessities. Okay, then.
Hello, sir.
Yeah.
Hello. This is Syed Yusuf. People are just creating adversity into an opportunity, and they're getting the work done, sir.
Okay. Good.
Creating the adversity as an opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir. This is Suleiman here from Mechanical Engineering.
Okay.
According to me, I think the product is needed in the market. That's why the production started.
This invention has happened. See, there were no testing kits in the last January, February. Just it was in the idea stage. Now we have the product ready. So it has gone to a idea to a prototype to a product. Now product is ready and it is in the market again. Yes. And this has happened because of the first, no doubt, it is because of the government policy, and second, it is because of the startup policies at the country level. So many of these startups, the young minds like you, started thinking about this particular product and converted into reality. So that is why the startup ecosystem is very, very important at the country. And most of the developed countries, either you can take USA, UK, or wherever, there they have a very strong startup ecosystem. Generally, they don't depend on the bigger companies to develop the product in the society. As and when they need society requires a product, these startups will take care of those things. That is why they are the developed countries. India, of course, is on the way towards this journey. Okay. Now, do you know who invented USB? Today, we are all enjoying this invention. Who is this Indian? Any idea?
Ajay Bhatt, sir.
Yes, Ajay Bhatt. His name is Ajay Bhatt. He is an Indian. He is the winner of European award in the non-European categories. He was working in one of the company and he invented that. And Mr. Ken, you're all aware of this PlayStation. He invented this PlayStation and LCD projector, digital camera, all these things. And he's the regular employee of the Sony, and later he became the CEO of Sony, and then he started his own business. Okay, what is this? I know you are all fond of this. Regularly you are using
like button
in the Facebook.
Facebook,
so do you know who? Yeah, do you know who invented this?
Mark Zuckerberg.
His name? Can you identify his photo? His name is Justin. So he is also the employee of Facebook, and he invented this particular like button. today we are all using this particular, button, like button. Okay, what are the common common factors in these three innovators?
Creativity, sir.
Creativity, then other than
Thinking
that,
out of the box, sir.
thinking out of the box, hardworking. Okay, then
Necessity.
They are all Indians, sir.
no, he is not an Indian. Ken is also not an Indian.
Requirement, sir.
Requirement. Okay. So another common factor here is all these three have a entrepreneurial qualities. They are called as an entrepreneurs. So entrepreneurs is nothing but they're having an entrepreneurial mindset. They are working in some company, and they will help the company to contribute to the exponential growth of the organization. So these entrepreneur qualities are very, very important for a person, for any individual. If they have an entrepreneurial qualities, entrepreneurial mindset is nothing but risk taking, think out of the box, hardworking. All these are the characteristics of an entrepreneurial mindset. If any individual is having this particular mindset, so they are working in a company, they will called as an entrepreneur. So in case if any individual having an entrepreneurial qualities, then the recruiter or employer, whoever is looking, so then they will prefer this kind of an entrepreneurs in their organization. Say for example, you are a CEO or the director of some XYZ company. Don't you like to hire this kind of a person, entrepreneurs? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You'd like to hire this kind of a person. The simple reason is they are, the main thing is risk-taking capacity. That's very, very important. That's one of the major entrepreneurial mindset. Okay. So how to define this entrepreneur? Say, for example, if the recruiter asks you or an employer asks you during an interview, so, can you tell me your entrepreneur qualities or how to showcase the entrepreneur qualities during that time? So this is only an example which I am giving. I have divided into three categories: personal traits, your action, and the results. So, for example, the employer or the recruiter will ask you the question: have you attempted any moderately challenging task? Have you taken any calculated risk? Then probably your answer, one of the answer would be probably you have invested your own money, or some institution has given a small money to build your prototype, and which you have showcased in many of the competition program, and because of that you have started your own startup, and you might have won the rewards, or you have the certificates and other things. So that is how you can justify to a recruiter. And similarly, have you attempted offer solution to the problem around you? Today we can see a lot of problems around us, either related to the COVID or any general related problems. So those things you can do a small research, you can do a small research survey, and you can participate in a lot of hackathons is going on across the country. Ideathon is going on. Startup challenge programs are going on in different incubators or even at the government level. You can participate and you can showcase your idea to those things, and you will get some funding. You can convert those idea into a prototype that you can show it to the recruiter. So that will become an advantage. Say for example, the recruiter will ask you, do you have leadership skills? So how to justify that? So you can say, I have organized this event, talks, workshops in my college, and this is more successful. There are about 275 participants participated, and in that about five people are already incubated a company. So those things you can highlight all these things during your when the recruiter asks you, and they will ask you whether do you have a convincing capacity. So how to justify that? Probably you might have participated in debates, discussions, maybe the business plan competitions, and maybe you have successfully launched your product. So probably you have convinced the investor to invest in your product. So those things you can highlight during the recruitment. So this is an entrepreneur quality. These things will justify you have an entrepreneurial quality. Okay. So we'll move on to the next. Please watch this video. Again, we will discuss.
So there is no sound.
What is the observation here?
13 years old boy has done his own company, startup company.
Yeah, 13-year boy. His name is Tilak Mehta. It is just a idea. It came to his mind, and converted into a startup. So that is how it happens. The very important thing here is the mentoring support. His uncle, his chacha, has given a good mentoring support at the right time. So that is the reason why it has converted into a very good start. So for entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs, there are a lot of supporting system across the country from the government of India. The main two are the Startup India and Stand Up India scheme. So, and these two, if you visit these two websites, you will get almost all the support, starting from the mentoring support, you will get it, where you have to approach for the legal options, then also for funding. So this you will get it in these two, mainly in the websites. And at the same time, Government of India has taken a very good initiative to start the Atal Tinkering Lab. It's an innovation lab started in the schools. From 5th standard to 12th standard, they can access these labs. There are about thousands together Atal Tinkering Labs established in schools across the country, and where you can find the important 3D printer, 3D scanner. There are many equipments available in this Atal Tinkering Lab. Whoever is having an idea, they can visit this Atal Tinkering Lab and convert that idea into a prototype with the help of the mentors available at the Atal Tinkering Lab. So this is already started in 5th to 12th. Probably you need to think, because you are in the higher education, you are in the engineering or MTech program, or maybe in the PhD. So you should also upgrade. using these kind of laboratories. Okay, let's watch this small video and we'll discuss again. Whether audio is visible? Audible?
No,
Video
sir.
is
No, sir.
Video is visible, audio is not.
No, it's audible, sir. It's audible.
Audible, right? 1 minute.
It is not audible, sir, but it is visible.
I think
Your
it's audible and visible.
Now it is fine. Sir.
Now?
Yes, sir.
Audible, right?
Yes, yes.
Sir, only you share that particular video screen alone, not the entire screen.
Sorry?
Sir, you only share the video tab alone, then we can able to hear as well as see the video.
Okay. Now, can you see the video and audio?
Audio we can't.
Is not audible, sir. Hello. It is not audible.
1 minute. 1 minute. What about now?
No, sir.
Audible?
No.
No, sir, it's not visible itself.
It's not visible?
No.
Even a video is not playing.
Video and audio both are not there.
Now?
No, sir.
No.
One minute.
Excuse me, sir, would it be possible for you to share a recording of this entire presentation?
Yes, sir.
That would be nice.
Sure. That will be done.
Now, can you see the screen now?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
We are able to see the screen.
Yes. We are seeing this.
How about the audio and video now?
Audio is not supporting, only video.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
No, sir. No audio.
Anand Prasad, sir.
1 minute.
No audio.
As the current CEO.
Yeah.
Yes.
Dr. Anant, you could play the video and try to explain some of the things yourself.
Of Google, Sundar Pichai, and this is a success story.
Okay.
Now it's audible, sir.
Okay.
It's audible, sir.
Yes, it is working, sir.
Now, audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Request you to play it from the beginning, sir.
Rajan, more commonly known to us as Sundar Pichai, was born in Madurai on July 12, 1972. He belonged to a lower middle class family and had never experienced the luxury of watching television or traveling by car in his childhood. However, Pichai saw technology in his hands at the age of 12 when his father first bought a landline phone. He had a remarkable skill of memorizing and remembering numbers, as he could keep in mind all the numbers that he dialed. Likewise, he excelled in school, and that paved his way into the metallurgical division of IIT Kharagpur in India. Upon graduating, he migrated to the US in 1993 and initially planned to pursue a PhD from Stanford and embark on an academic career. However, he dropped the plan and joined Applied Materials, a Silicon Valley semiconductor maker, as an engineer and a product manager. But he did not work there for long. He later went on to complete his MBA from the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, where he was named a Siebel Scholar and a Palmer Scholar. Following the course, he was appointed as a management consultant at McKinsey & Company, while Sundar was battling with his lonely days as a migrant on the short road to success. He needed the support of his then girlfriend and now wife Anjali. Many says plays a pivotal role in all his endeavors. Later, he joined Google in 2004 and his entry was marked with the launch of a free mail service called Gmail. And it said that Sundar thought it to be a Google's prank, as the day of launch, April 1st, 2004, coincided with Fool's Day. After getting inducted into Google, Sundar's first big success came after Google hit an infamous doomsday situation. Microsoft changed the default search engine on Internet Explorer with their own search engine called Bing. In those days, during the year 2006, almost everyone used Internet Explorer. And now, Sundar was responsible for coming up with a response. His solution, a Google toolbar that enabled PC makers install it directly onto their PC and browser. Later, he soon started working on other Google products, such as Google Gears and Google Pack. The success of Google's toolbar gave Pichai the idea that Google should develop its own browser. He discussed this idea with his seniors and faced a serious objection from the then CEO Eric Schmidt, who thought that developing a browser would be a too expensive affair. However, Pichai persevered and convinced the co-founders of Google, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, to launch Google's own browser. And later, Sundar played a pivotal role in the ultimate launch of the browser Google Chrome in 2008. Chrome proved to be a great success, as it allowed the users to directly access Google's search engine. With this, Sundar became an internationally known figure, following the phenomenal success of the Chrome, which eventually became the #1 browser in the world, surpassing competitors such as Internet Explorer and Firefox. Chrome also paved the way for a series of other important products, such as Chrome OS, Chromebooks, and Chromecast. Later in 2008, Sundar Pichai was promoted as the Vice President of Product Development. In this position, he started appearing more often at Google presentations and continued rising up the ranks in Google. By 2012, he became the Senior Vice President of Chrome and Apps. Within a year's time since becoming the Senior VP, Sundar was also handed over the task of Android, which still earlier was being managed by Andy Rubin. The genius that year, Sundar developed it into Android One, which was a project designed to offer affordable smartphones in all households worldwide, inviting another 5 billion people to the Android world. And within a short period of time, Sundar was again promoted to become the head of products in 2014, which elevated him to become Larry Page's second in command. Apart from that, Sundar had established himself as the public face of Google and was widely known to be as the master of ceremonies for Google's annual developer conference. By now, Sundar had attracted a lot of attention of other technology powerhouses. As a matter of fact, he was approached by Twitter to come on board as the Vice President of Products, and later, he was also being considered to become the new CEO of Twitter. Other than that, he was also strongly being considered to succeed Steve Ballmer as the CEO at Microsoft. However, he remained a loyal Googler despite being approached by top tech companies. This was also the time when Google's holding company, Alphabet Inc., was being prepared. Hence, to retain him and keep him on staff, Sundar was announced as the new CEO of Google, which is the biggest company under Alphabet. Well, as agreed by most of the top tech industry veterans, Sundar is one of the most all-round and flexible professionals with his keen eye for the products along with his business acumen. He is often considered to be a better CEO than Larry Page. Sundar Pichai's life story has been illustrious and is a marvelous paradigm for those who wish to achieve success even in difficult situations. With continuous hard work, perseverance, and smart work, he was able to reach out to the top position in the company, where every business leader wishes to be. Today, he is valued at over $150 million and is heading the second most valuable brand in the world, which is worth over $85 billion. While Sundar Pichai is relentlessly working hard to bring out many more innovative solutions to the public. We at Startup Stories wish him super success in taking the Google growth story to even greater heights.
What is the important observation in Sundar Pichai? He is an Indian, and because of his innovative thinking, he joined as a regular employee at Google. Then, because of his innovative thinking, he has become the CEO of one of the world's second largest company, the Google CEO. We are all proud of him, actually. So let us watch the another motivational small video, and again we will discuss the important characteristic of an entrepreneur. Audible now?
Audibility is not there, sir.
Audible?
No, sir. No, sir.
No, sir.
No?
Yes, yes.
Audible?
Yes. Again, stop. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Audible.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನನ್ ಮದುವೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಟ್ಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಹೆಣ್ಮಕ್ಳು ಹೊರಗಡೆಗೆ ಹೋಗಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡೋ ಅವಕಾಶ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ 4 ಗೋಡೆಗಳ ನಡುಬರ್ಕೆ ಕುಂತು ಕೇವಲ ಮನೆಯ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಒಪ್ಪಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ 8 ಎಕರೆ 10 ಗುಂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 2100 ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ, 800 ದಾಳಿಂಬೆ, 600 ಮಾವು, 600 ಪೇರಲ, 450 ಸೀತಾಫಲ, 200 ನಿಂಬೆ, 200 ಮೋಸಂಬಿ, 100 ಬೆಟ್ಟದ ನೆಲ್ಲಿಕಾಯಿ, 100 ಬಾರಿ ಹಣ್ಣು, 800 ಸಾಗವಾನಿ ಗಿಡ, 50 ಕರಿಬೇವು. ಇದರ ಜೊತೆ ಕುರಿ ಸಾಕಾಣಿಕೆ, ಕೋಳಿ ಸಾಕಾಣಿಕೆ, ಜೇನು ಸಾಕಾಣಿಕೆ, ಹೈನುಗಾರಿಕೆಯನ್ನು ನಾನು ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೆ. ರೈತರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಡತಿ ಆಗಕ್ ಯಾರು ಒಲ್ಲೆ ಅಂತಾರ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರ ಪಗಾರ ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ರಿಟೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಆದಾಗ ಪೆನ್ಷನ್ ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ. ಅದ ಒಂದ್ ಕಂಪ್ನಿ ಒಳಗ್ ಪ್ಯೂನ್ ಅದಾನ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಕ್ ಪ್ರೌಡ್ ಅನಿಸ್ತದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಅಂತ ರೈತರಿಗೋಸ್ಕರನೇ ನಾನ್ ಮಾಡಿದಂತ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ತೋಟಗಾರಿಕೆ ಬೆಳೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರಣ್ಯ ಕೃಷಿ. ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಗಳನ್ನ ಮಾಡಿದೀನಿ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ. ಅದನ್ನ ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಅಂದ್ರ ತಿಂಗಳ ಪಗಾರಗತ್ತೆ ರೈತನಿಗೆ ಆದಾಯ ಬರ್ತಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ದಾಳಿಂಬೆ ಸೀಸನ್ ದಾಳಿಂಬೆ ದುಡ್ಡು, ಮಾವು ಸೀಸನ್ ಮಾವು ದುಡ್ಡು, ಪೇರಲ ಸೀಸನ್ ಪೇರಲ ದುಡ್ಡು, ಈ ತರ ಸೀಸನ್ ವೈಸ್ ಹಿ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಗೆಟ್ ದ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಬೇಸ್. ಇನ್ನು 45 ರಿಂದ 50 ವರ್ಷ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ರೈತ ಹೊಲದೊಳಗ್ ದುಡಿಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಆಗ್ಲಾರದಷ್ಟು ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಅವನಲ್ಲಿ ಆ ಬಿಸಿಲು ತಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಂತ ಟೈಮ್ ಒಳಗ್ ನಮ್ ಕೈ ಹಿಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಬೆಳೆ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಇವತ್ತು ಒಂದ್ ರೈತ 1 ಎಕರೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಂದ್ರೆ ಅವನು ಕೋಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರ ಒಂದು ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಕೋಟಿ ಒಳಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದು ಇಂಜಿನಿಯರ್ ಕೋಟಿ ಒಳಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಆದ್ರೆ 80 ರೈತನು ಕೋಟಿ ಒಳಗ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಅದೇ ನನ್ನ ಆಸೆ. ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಂತಾರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಗ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ಎಂಡಿ ಕಸ ಬಳದೆ, ನಾನು ಹಾಲು ಹಿಂಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ನನ್ನ ಹೊಲದೊಳಗೆ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕಳೆ ತೆಗಿತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಗಿಡಗಳಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪ್ರೇ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕುರಿಗಳನ್ನ ಮೇಯಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ನನ್ನ ಕೋಳಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕಾಳು ಹಾಕ್ತೀನಿ. ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನನಗೆ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಸಿಕ್ತು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಸಣ್ಣದಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ದೊಡ್ಡದಿರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. ನಿಯತ್ತಿನಿಂದ ಯಾವುದೇ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ದೊಡ್ಡ, ಅದ್ರೊಳಗ್ ದೇವ್ರು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಕೊಟ್ಟೇ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಬರಡು ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಅರ್ಧ ಚೀಲ ಸಜ್ಜಿ ಬೆಳಿತಿದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಹೊಲ, ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾನು ಇವತ್ತು I have 7-year-old sandalwood trees having the girth of 65 centimeters, which is possible only at the age of 15 years. ಹಳ್ಳಿಗಳನ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಸಿಟಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಬರ್ತೀವಿ. ನೀವು ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಕಳಸ ಯುವ ಜನರು, ಆ ಹಳ್ಳಿಯ ಭವಿಷ್ಯ ಇರುವುದು ನಿಮ್ ಕಡೆ. ನಮ್ ಗಾಂಧೀಜಿ ಮತ್ತು ಲಾಲ್ ಬಹದ್ದೂರ್ ಶಾಸ್ತ್ರಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಇಫ್ ಯು ವಾಂಟ್ ಟು ಸಿ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, go to the villages. There only you can see the original India. ಹಳ್ಳಿ ಹಿರಿಯರ ಉಳಿಸಿದಂತ ಭೂಮಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಕೇವಲ 10 ರಿಂದ 15 ವರ್ಷ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ನೀವು ಕೋಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತೀರಿ. No doubt. You will speak in crores. And here you are the boss. To become boss, you have to be servant first, or else you can't be the boss. 5 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಸಣ್ಣ ಗುಡಿಸಲಿಂದ ನನ್ನ ಜೀವನವನ್ನು ನಾನು ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಹೊಲದಲ್ಲಿ. ಆ ಸಣ್ಣ ಗುಡಿಸಲಿಂದ ಪ್ರಾರಂಭ ಮಾಡಿ ಇವತ್ತು ನಾನು ಕೃಷಿ ಕ್ಷೇತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ along with farm women, I am a women entrepreneur in agriculture. ಸಸಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ಲ, ಗುಜರಾತ್, ಮುಜಫರ್ಪುರ್, ಬಿಹಾರ್, ಛತ್ತೀಸ್ಗಢ, ರಾಯ್ಪುರ್, ತೆಲಂಗಾಣ, ಆಂಧ್ರ ಪ್ರದೇಶ್ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಿಗೆ ನನ್ನ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧದ ಗಿಡಗಳನ್ನ ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ನನ್ನ ಕವಿತಾಳ ಸಣ್ಣ ಹಳ್ಳಿ, ಆ ಮಣ್ಣು ಬೇರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿನಿಧಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ನಾನು ಚಿರಋಣಿ. ಆಮೇಲೆ ZTV ಮತ್ತು ರಮೇಶ್ ಸರ್ ಅವರು ಕರೆದು ನನಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾತಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ಅವರು ನನಗೆ ಕರೆದಿಲ್ಲ, ಮಣ್ಣಿಗೆ ಕರೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನನಗೆ ಕರೆದಿಲ್ಲ.
ಆದ್ರೆ ಗಂಟು ಅನ್ನೋ ಭೇದ ಭಾವ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅದರ ಇವರು
So from these videos, you can observe that age is not a bar to become an entrepreneur, and gender is not at all a matter. So all these successful entrepreneurs always started with a small idea and converted into one of the best products in the world. So please keep it in mind, your idea should be a perfect, then only you can easily convert into a product. So let us take the small trends in the IITs and IIMs. This is a 2015 old data which I have taken. You can imagine after this 2021, after 5-6 years, so what kind of impact on IITs and IIMs? There are about 16 plus IITs now, 19 plus IIMs in the country, and straight away 200 IIM graduates and more than 1,600 IIT graduates rejected the placement activity at their campus and started their own enterprise. And the salary is always 25 lakhs plus for IITs or IIMs graduates. So this is the kind of trend is going in India. You can just think. So let's come to the startup activity. Now we have sufficiently seen what startup and other things. So let us understand what is this startup. Who can start the startup? Any person who is having a new product idea or a process or a services. Otherwise, he has already developed a product, or he might have developed a process, or maybe he's developed his own services methodologies, or even the existing improvement of the product, process, or a services. Whoever has done this, they can start this startup activity. And in case if the product is already exist in the market, if they wanted to do a employment generation or they wanted to create a wealth, so they can also register these companies as per the Indian Government Act. The first one is the private limited company, which is more preferred as per the Indian law. And private limited, any Indians can be part of this private limited company. And there are few formalities which you have to do on a regular basis under the private limited company. And the another is the partnership firm. This is a very simple, you can register even in the sub-register office and you can start a partnership firm. And there is no much restriction from the government. You can do a business in your own way. So that's an advantage. In a simple way, you can do it in your own way. That's an advantage of the partnership company. And limited liability partnership. This is the again more preferred for the Indian government. Every regularly you have to upgrade the IT, as you have to follow the IT Act or the Government Law Act. And then the another is the 1% company. There is only one person in the product development involved, so he can do on he can start a 1% company. And always it is being observed from the videos, startup is always start with an idea stage. So after the idea stage, you should think of 5 crucial ingredients for a perfect business plan. The first one is you should identify the pain points. What are the pain points available in your business? Those things you should identify. So I will not go in depth of all these 5 crucial points, just I'm giving an idea because our focus is something else. So that's the reason. So the pain points is very, very important. You need to understand the difficulties or the important pain points which you need to understand. So the second point is uniqueness of your product. So how your product is different from the existing product in the market. So that you have to identify and justify for the customers. Then only you will be successful. This is very important, uniqueness. Then, of course, the revenue model. You should have a very good revenue model. Anybody, whoever is doing a startup or a business, so it is for profit only. No one is doing for charity. That is for sure. So that is why you should have a revenue model. Whether you should have a B2B concept. Say, for example, you are producing a product, you are giving to some distributor. So that is a B2B. Otherwise, you are identifying some customers, you are giving to the customer. That is a B2C, business to customer. So that's a kind of revenue model you should define at the beginning of your startup. Say, for example, every company, either a Google or a Uber or whoever it is, the bigger players, they have their own revenue model. And coming to the Uber, they don't have a single cab or a taxi. So just they are connecting the taxi or the driver and the user. So that is how they are earning. That is how they are doing the business. So that's a kind of thinking you should have. That's revenue model is very, very important. So then coming to the scalability. Say, for example, your product is ready. You wanted to take it to the market. So you will get a profit only if there is a scalability. That means the production or a manufacturing should be done, and you should have all these sophisticated instruments or equipment related to your product development, manpower, everything should be there. Then only you can do a scalability. That is in the initial stage itself, you should think about the scalability. If you don't want to enter into the scalability, then you have to do the technology transfer. You already done some product, you can do the technology transfer to the bigger companies, and they will do the production. So this scalability is also equally important. You need to define it at the beginning. And the last important is the viability, feasibility, and desirability. Viability in terms of business, it should be a viable product. And technology, you should not use high-funded technology where common people like me cannot use this particular product. That will become another mess. So you should use the technology in such a way that even a common man can easily operate. So that feasibility should be there, and it should be desirable to the people. And people need such product. Simply, you have an idea, you have developed the product, you wanted to push it to the market. Definitely, it is not possible. It should that is desirable to the people. So then only your product will get into the market. So these 5 crucial important things you should define at the beginning of your startup formation. Okay, so then we know what is prototype. So it is basically a crude version of your idea. It's a crude version of your idea, and you cannot sell it. You cannot sell it to some customers. So it is basically a rough prototype. Sometimes we will also call it as a proof of concept or a working prototype. So what you can do, this working prototype, you can use it on your own. You can understand you can validate with your idea. In the idea, you added this number of features, and in the working prototype, you have this much of features, and you can compare it. So that's a kind of an activity. If the working prototype is working well, then it is very importantly you should apply for patent. Otherwise, somebody will take your product if you publish somewhere in the either in the internet or in some journal paper. So immediately you can apply for patent. So for patent, of course, you can take the help of your institutions or the IAC, Institution Innovation Cell, or you can also apply incubation centers. They will help you in filing your patents. Okay, so then very importantly, after the working prototype, the important factor comes is minimum viable product. We call it as a MVP. MVP is nothing but this is the first version of your product. It has all the features like a product, but it is not complete product. It is just rough, aesthetically or ergonomically, probably you might not have concentrated, but functionality remains the same like product. So this minimum viable product, once it is ready, you can give it to the customers who are known customers again, and they let them use it, and they will give the feedback. They will give the feedback. So this is the minimum viable product. So this stage is very important, after the prototype. So let's take a small example of the Thomas Alva Edison. Everybody knows he is the first person to invent the light bulb, not the bulb, light bulb. And he demonstrated in Menlo Park in 1879. This is the first model. This we call it as a MVP. This is MVP. In 1980, we published minimum viable product. And before that, the Humphrey is already developed this bulb in 1802. The problem with this particular bulb is common man cannot afford this kind of a bulb. Very costly, bigger in size, all those were problems. So this was developed by Humphrey. Then immediately, this problem statement defined during that time. So this is the bigger one. They wanted to, researchers focused on make it as a smaller one. Some people are working on the cost effectiveness, easily usable, portable, even a common man can use it in the household. So that is the kind of problem statement defined after the 1802. Then the Thomas Alva Edison, along with his team, there are more than 100 plus his team, worked in this particular factory. So purposefully I have given this invention factory photo here. Maybe at the end I'll give you answer why I kept it. So he has used this particular, he created an invention factory or the simply innovation lab, and about more than 100 people are working on developing the prototype, lightweight bulb. So they have developed more than 3,000 plus models, and at the end they have achieved the prototype. Lightweight bulb is invented. So after that, the story of GE, how it has come. Thomas Edison and JP Morgan, he is an investor. Together, they have started a GE company and manufacturer of light bulbs. And this is his invention factory and Menlo Park. In 1880, once the light bulb is invented, so this is used in this particular ship, and it's partially it was successful. Earlier, they are using something else, and then they have used this light bulb. And this is the first public building in the Germany, and it is completely lit entirely by electric light. This is the first building in the entire world. In 1882, this was done with the help of the GE company. And this is the story of the Edison GE company. And now the Facebook. Earlier it is called as the Facebook. Now it is a Facebook. This is the MVP. MVP is minimum viable product. This is the initial stage of the Facebook. So you can look at the screen now. So this is the earlier version. The first version of the product is the Facebook, like this. Now you know how it is. Okay. So how the story has started. See, this is basically given to a Harvard students first. So they were using the Facebook during that time. Then after certain times, it was very popular in Harvard students. Then it is open to the Stanford, Columbia, and Wiley universities. They were using this the Facebook for their academic activities. And after certain time, during 2005, this also expanded to United Kingdom, Mexico, Australia, and some schools in the New Zealand for high school students. So this was popular during 2005. So then he realized, then in 2006, September 26, he has opened it for the public. The age should be 13 years old, and he or she should have a valid email ID. So anybody can use the Facebook now, and later he renamed as the Facebook to Facebook. And you can see the investment. It is not, money is not important here. The reason why I kept is, you can see the stages where he got the investment. Say for example, in the once he is having the MVP, minimum viable product, he got the first angel investment. And 2005 he launched to Harvard universities and other universities. Then he got this kind of an investment. In 2006 he opened it for public. This investment will happen. That is the meaning of this particular story. Okay, so what is the important thing in the case of the Facebook and also in the GE company? Very importantly, if you want to convert it into a MVP to from a prototype stage to a MVP, you should have a working team. In Thomas Alva Edison, there are many his subordinates helped him to convert his just a prototype into the MVP light bulb. So the team is very important. And next is the infrastructure. You should have a very good infra, and then equipment and machinery. And above all, the important billion-dollar question is financial. Who will give the funding? So that is the biggest question, financial constraint. So whether the institution will give the funding, or the government will give the funding, or the parent will give the funding for our activity. Let us discuss. So the solution is the business incubators. There are more than hundreds of incubators supported by Government of India across the country. Even the Institution Innovation Cell is also part of this particular incubation center again. So where you can approach for all your problems. The problem, of course, the team, you can do it on your own. This team, maybe if you are working with your friends, you can take them as your team members. Then very importantly, you need to convert your idea into a prototype to MVP. You can approach to seed funding in the business incubators, any business incubators. And in the incubators itself, you will have the facility like equipments, machineries to develop your MVP. And all the incubators having its own network to build the market, they will help you in getting the market as well. And once your working prototype or MVP is ready or product is ready, they will help you in getting the angel investment or the venture capital. So that's an advantage with the business incubators. So how to get into this incubators is a question mark. So first thing is, you should have a proof of concept and prototype. So that should be ready. It should be a working prototype. Once the working prototype is ready, you can approach to incubators. If you have a private limited or an LLP, that's okay. Otherwise, you can request the incubator to form the LLP or private limited. So they will help you in doing all these things. And you should have a proper business plan. Here, the business plan is not high funda. So here, business plan is a very, very simple concept. Say, for example, your manufacturing cost is this, and your selling price is this, and you have already identified this much of customers, and this will be your revenue. In a simple way, you can create a business plan and submit it to incubator. They will help you in refining all these things. Okay. So then to summarize, so prototypes to start up, how this journey will happen. This is a very important journey. So you have a prototype, probably you might have developed during in your institution itself. Then you can do the company registration. Otherwise, you can take the help of your institution to get the company registration and other compliances. All the income tax, everything you have to take care in this company registration itself. And you should have a good working team. During that time, you should have a working team and get admitted to the incubators like us. And once you admitted to the incubator, you can access to seed funding support. With the help of the seed funding support, you can develop a minimum viable product. That is the first version of your product. So once your first version of the product is ready, you can send it to the market, send it to the known customer. They will use it and they will give you the feedback. You can do the changes, whatever you want to do, and you can present it to the investor with the help of the incubators. And once you get the angel investing, you can start the commercialization activity. This is how the journey from the prototype to the startups. Okay. And as I mentioned, there are many schemes available in the Government of India for all your support. So stand up is India is one. If woman entrepreneur is the major share, then up to 2 crores they will get it without the collateral security. And this is another important credit guarantee fund trust where you will get up to 2 crores. This is again initiative from Government of India. From the incubators, we will help you to apply for these kind of schemes as well. And very importantly, Startup India scheme. This is a very popular scheme. And here you will get up to grant up to 10 lakhs from if you have a working prototype. And seed funding support up to 15 lakhs to 20 lakhs easily will get it from Startup India. This is under the Government of India scheme. And the another important initiative taken by the Government of India very recently in 2016-17, so the Atal Incubation Centers. So across the country, there were about 79 Atal Incubation Centers, where this is the one-stop solution for all your startup problems. So starting from your space, mentoring support, funding support, and business promotional activities. All these you will get it under this Atal Incubation Center. And Atal Incubation Center, Jyoti Institute of Technology, is one of the supported incubation center from the Government of India. And we incubate companies who are working in the food technology, devices, sensors, including an IoT and materials. And so far we have 40 plus product development has happened from our startups. This is a slightly older one. We have 29 startups. We have 22 external mentors and 45 internal mentors, and more than 20 academic partners. They are under the co-incubation activity. AMC College of Engineering is also under our co-incubation activity, where you will get all the supported from our end. So all the supported, again, it's a 360-degree support. So starting from the mentoring activities, space in case if you want, and seed funding support. If you have a prototype, always you can approach through your college, and we will help you get the seed funding up to 25 lakhs. That option is available under AIC and AMC, because AMC is under co-incubation activity with AIC Jyoti. And who we will, our target startups, basically founded by students and youth, is encouraged, and faculty members is also encouraged. Along with the students is preferred, and rural enterprises. We have a farmer producer organization, self-help groups are under AIC Jyoti. There are many such companies are available. And whoever is doing manufacturing and services, they are also eligible to get into the AIC technology-based startups. And basically our 360-degree support. We have R&D center, sophisticated R&D center, where we have 45 plus sector specific experts. Through them, you will get the mentoring support. It's a free of cost what we are offering from the Jyoti Institute of Technology. And we are also having a tie-up with the DFRL, Indian Institute of Science, CFTRI, and NAVIC for the outside mentoring activities. And we are also giving the funding support up to 25 lakhs under the AIC Jyoti. And of course, we have a wet lab facility and very sophisticated instrument facility. We have 3D printer, 3D scanner, reverse engineering software, SEM, XRD. There are many more equipments are available under one umbrella of the Jyoti Institute of Technology. And we have a IP facilitation center, both internal as well as we have an external experts for the international patents. For Indian patents, we have internal resources for this. And in case if you need a space, of course, we are giving it very nominal, but I don't think so for AMC students, it is not required. They can take it from their college itself. And these are all some of the products developed by our startups as well as with the help of our R&D team. This is all some of the products are already in the market. This is more connected towards the devices and sensors, food and the materials. So this is a small journey. And during the COVID-19 solution from the last year, we are working on several solutions of the COVID-19 solutions. We have developed sanitizing unit supplied to many of the companies, and Jeevavayu, which is very important, we have supplied to the government of Karnataka and to the government of Kerala. It's a low-cost ventilator. The cost is around 25,000 rupees plus. From the last year itself, we have already supplied. And immunity booster, which is very important during this COVID time, and we have supplied to a lot of doctors in the last year itself for immunity boosting. And this is approved by Ayush again. And other than that, we are also developed robots which supplies medicine or as well as food to the isolated patients. And also very recently, we have developed a negative ion generator. Developed negative ions in 3 feet radius, which neutralizes the COVID viruses. So these are all the product developed by our own startup at EISc, Jyoti. Always, we look forward for your partnering with you. This is the lab facility what we have at EISc, Jyoti. And thank you. This is a small presentation, whatever little knowledge I have presented here. And I'm happy to take any questions in case.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, Anant Prasad, sir. Now I request.
Session is open for questions.
Yes.
You can drop your questions in chat or you can ask directly.
Dr. Anant Prasad, sir, it was a very nice session. And I have one small clarification. Our fourth semester civil engineering students have joined with electronic students of fourth semester and are developing what is called an amphibian catamaran. That is automated amphibian catamaran for the urban lake sampling and surveillance. So could we just get an idea regarding the finance, right? How we can get some minimum finance or even at least applied sensor technology support from Jyoti Institute of Technology and its Atal this. Am I audible?
Yes. Is this a working prototype?
We are in developing stage, sir. We are developing it.
Okay, sir. Once you have a working prototype, so you can showcase to us. You can send it to me through proposal. Let me internally discuss with our mentors, and we will come back to you. And there is a provision to get seed funding up to 5 lakhs at the initial stage.
Yes, sir.
Stage. And we will also help you in connecting with a lot of government funding agencies, where you will also get support.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So that's a real nice idea. Yes. Thank
you. There is a question, Anant Prasad, sir. So we have a question. How does the incubators get benefited? So this question is from Jitin Jose.
The main vision of the So, in fact, it's a very good question. So, this is basically incubators or Section 8 company. Section 8 company is non-profit organization. We are getting the funding support from the government of India. The reason why these incubators are established at the institution, the simple reason is basically student should not move on to the other companies. And they should focus on the idea, converting their idea into a prototype. At the end of the day, they should start the startup. And through the startup, employment generation should be happen. That is the main motto of the government of India. That is the reason why they are spending a lot of money giving financial support to the incubators. And through the incubators, these fund will go, support to the startups. These support, startups will use this fund and they will create a employment. So that is the whole idea. And the incubator will not get anything, only the rent which we are charging, that will be revenue model for our incubators. In case if there is a technology support, then we will raise you, we will give you, we will charge you some small amount for this.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Sir, this is Jagannath,
Yes.
formerly scientist engineer ISRO. Sir, your presentation was very good, sir. I am fascinated by it, especially the case studies. My one question is, our Honorable Prime Minister is attending so many global webinars and projecting the Indian future. So I think your institute is doing wonderful work, sir, in that. I want to compliment. My question is this. Only yesterday I was in London in a webinar for climate-based adaptation week-long program. Sir, today, unless we talk of climate change and disaster and infodemic and pandemic, we cannot be able to to go in line with what is the rhythm happening in the international level, sir. So what I want to request you, kindly answer one question. Shouldn't we take a clue from our Honorable Prime Minister projections, whether it is related to climate change or yesterday on desertification, and actually this is a disaster only. Karnataka, for example, has lost 15,400 crores of rupees in 2019 and 20. For what? Floods and drought. So each state has got a unique losses, sir. Gujarat was given 1,000 crores for cyclone and 500 crores for Orissa. And from ISRO, we are doing our job, giving the best technology possible. Kindly answer me this question, sir. Shouldn't we take our younger, minds once they are ignited? What next? If one Sundar Pichai can come out, I think last thing I would like to mention is there could be one more renaissance in India if the Veda, Upanishad and scriptures are decoded. And if 10% of our IT, BT, artificial intelligence and IoT crazy younger generation starts taking Sanskrit as a language, there could be a big way out, sir. Kindly, my question was very long. I want to compliment and thank you, sir.
Very recently in the March 2021, Atal Innovation Mission and ISRO signed an MOU. ISRO wanted to support the startups who are working towards ISRO connected, basically a problem solving. So that is launched in March 2021, and at the end of the March, the Atal Innovation Mission identified few incubators in the state, and we are one of the partner with ISRO now. This is again recommended by Atal Innovation Mission, since as per the Atal Innovation Mission, we are also one of the best incubators, and they have linked to ISRO. And by September, I think ISRO is entering into MOU with AIC Jyoti, and they will support for this kind of an activity. And even that, we have a small supporting system at the AIC Jyoti. So always you can approach to us with a proposal. In fact, we have a ISRO supported a few projects under the R&D activity as well. And many of the ISRO scientists like you, sir, they are well connected with our R&D center again. So definitely we would like to take it forward. Of course, from September, ISRO, we will have a tie-up officially with ISRO, and we can start the startup ecosystem.
Dr. Anand, many thanks for you. I've sent a small message in the chat box.
Yes,
a good thing for you. I am also an alumni of International Space University, 2011, which is at Strasbourg, France. Now I became a mentor there, 2021. And I've given that link in the chat box. I request you and my Guruji, Professor S.A., and also all the students, because AMC is one place where I got see Geeta, for taking the technology further. Thank you very much, sir. I enjoyed your presentation.
Thank you.
It was a very good. Thank you very much.
Sir, there is one more question. I think it is very simple. Is it necessary to have a co-founder, or can we start with one single person while registering a company through incubator?
See, just for namesake, if you want to add any person to the company, it's not a value-added thing. If you are alone contributing to the whole business, then it is not necessary. You can, let them start the OPC Private Limited, one person company private limited. They can start. If really the other team members are helping, say for example, one may be involved in the product development, other may be involved in the business management, so they can collaborate. So simply adding another person may not be useful for the startup activity. Yes.
There is one more question. India's GDP as on today is in negative. Won't this affect overall growth of startup community?
Most probably no, because now the government has taken a lot of initiative on the create a startup ecosystem, and because of this pandemic, maybe another 2-3 months, maybe it's a very difficult situation. Maybe after that, definitely the government of India is having a lot of ideas on developing the startup ecosystem, and through which employment generation is one of the focused area, and definitely GDP will grow. That's not an issue.
So a few of them are asking the contact detail. So that will be shared. That will be shared. Any other questions?
Namaste, sir. I have one basic, it maybe seems to be silly.
Yes, sir.
It is fantastic session. Young minds might be having some doubts regarding expressing their idea. If they express their idea, those ideas will be either smuggled or it will be theft, and somebody say, this is my idea. So how to protect their ideas? Maybe their basic doubts. So even they might be having so many ideas, when they're coming up with those ideas, somebody will take that idea and they say that idea, and they will suppress the basic people who have come out with the ideas. That is one of the basic ideas, doubts, I think, in the minds of young people. You can please elaborate with this.
Sir, this is a universal problem again. It is not restricted to any institution or any individual. This is a universal problem. But always, I personally feel immediately within no time you have to convert your idea into a working prototype and apply for patent. That is the best way to protect. But there are few other challenges that you also know, sir, and I also know. But still, patenting is the only way to protect their product.
But getting a patent is a very long process.
That's a long process. But now there are few other channels through the incubators again. That's another advantage of the incubator. Through our channel, it will be done within a year. That possible, with the support of the government of India. That provision is also there. So whoever is interested, let them contact through your institution to our AIC. Definitely, we will help you. Sir.
Thank you, sir.
So there is one question, sir. What makes a successful marketing strategy in startup?
It is very. I'm not a.
It is a very vast question. It depends on the individual case study.
Yeah, marketing. It depends on the product actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes in the product, manufacturing cost is more, then it is better to do the technology transfer. If the manufacturing cost is less, then you can partner with the manufacturing units and they can do. There are a lot of options are available. That depends on the case-to-case basis.
Yes, sir.
Any more questions? So students, in the chat box, we will be sharing the feedback link. Kindly fill the feedback, give your valuable feedback. Okay. So once you fill the feedback, you'll be getting the e-certificate for having been attended this program as such. Dr. Anand Prasad, sir, few of the students are asking your contact details and email ID. Can we share that?
Yes, sir. You can.
Sure. Okay. So the contact information of Dr. Anand Prasad and the email ID will also be shared in the WhatsApp group. Okay. So if there are no questions as such, I think we will move towards the end of the program. So valedictory.
Sir, before we move to valedictory, I would just want to add some points. Some of the students are asking questions like, what if our idea is rejected, or what is the best approach, etc., etc. I would ask all of AMC students or anyone who is attending this session, we are open to help you. It depends on individual case study and individual products, what you're planning and aiming to. So if you come contact us, so we can facilitate whatever is there in-house, and at the same time we can network with Jyoti AIC or any other subsidiaries what we have signed up MOUs with. So all students are requested to come contact us in Department of Interdisciplinary Research, as our director said at the beginning of the speech. So thank you, and over to Girish sir.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. So at the outset, I would like to thank all the persons who are directly and indirectly involved in the successful completion of this program webinar. I would like to thank the management of AMC Engineering College for their support, constant support. I would like to thank our beloved principal, sir, our director, sir, then all the HODs, then all the students and faculty participants who have participated in this webinar. It went around 1.5 hours. Major thanks goes to the today's resource person who has thrown an highlight on entrepreneurship, product development, then types of startups. Actually, I have made a note of that. Startup classification, then incubators, workbenches, the MVP, then Atal Tinkering Lab, then few of the best examples he has taken. I hope that the students are benefited by this. I wholeheartedly, on behalf of Institutions Innovation Cell, I thank Dr. M.G. Anand Prasad sir for his valuable knowledge transfer. What I say this as knowledge transfer. Thank you very much, sir. This is just the beginning, sir. We will always be in touch with you. There are a number of students who are interested to go with this sort of activities. So we will always come to you, sir. Kindly do help us in this. Thank you very much. Last but not the least, I would like to thank few people involved behind the conduction of this program, Ankit, Ullas, and also I would like to thank Mushtaq Ahmad sir from Computer Science Department of AMC Engineering College for supporting us in obtaining the certificates and also streaming in the YouTube. So thank you, students. Thank you very much. Kindly fill the feedback form, which has been posted in the chat box. You will get the e-certificates. Thank you, Principal sir. Thank you, Shashi Shankar sir. Special thanks to the participants from other colleges apart from AMCAC. Thank you very much. Without you people, this program would have not been a great success. Thank you, sir. Shashi Shankar sir. Thanks to your friends also, sir. So, with the blessings of Almighty, we will stop this program. Thank you very much. Thank you, Anand.
Yes, great, great.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
So I request Ankit to post the feedback link. So kindly post the feedback link.
Yes, sir. I'll post it. Hello.
Ankit, you can also put it in the chat box and also in our WhatsApp group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All that I'll do.
So participants, kindly fill the feedback form, the details, you will get an e-certificate mailed to you. Okay.
Which link, sir?
Sir, for feedback, where we have to go?
Go to chat and open it up.
The feedback link will be posted in the chat box. Just 1 second, 1 second. The people are on it. The feedback link has been posted in the box. So kindly fill that. If any of the students did not receive the certificates, kindly inform us. We'll be in touch with the WhatsApp group. Okay. So in another 5 to 10 days, one more program will be scheduled. Thank you very much. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Girish.
Thank you, sir. Shankar, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes. Dr. Anand Prasad, thank you very much, sir.
Anand Prasad, sir.
Anand Prasad, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your eye-opening, right? And all of our students are really benefited by this.
Thank you.